Good morning, Bachman Middle School. Today is Monday, June 5th. It is an A day, and I am Mr. Strand with today's Tiger Talk. Well, as you certainly know by now, it's the last week of school. So let's start it off the same way we have the previous 35. Please rise as you are able, place your hand over your heart, and respect the flag as we recite the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, you can go ahead and sit down now. Now it's time for our word of the week. This week's word is conclude. Conclude simply means to bring something to an end. It's baseball season, and you might know that over 80 years ago, Yankees player Joe DiMaggio had a 56-game hitting streak. DiMaggio had at least one hit for 56 games in a row. But what about the 57th game? How did the streak conclude? Here's a video from Sports Illustrated with more information.
On the morning of May 15, 1941, the New York Yankees found themselves in fourth place, though star center fielder Joe DiMaggio could hardly have been to blame. At the time, the Yankees clipper was hitting well over 300 with an OPS approaching 1,000, but it was what he began that day that would transform the Yankees season and move DiMaggio into a place very few ball players ever reach, that of a legend in his own time. Starting on May 15th, DiMaggio began a hitting streak that would last for 2 months. By the time he got to Cleveland on July 17th, it had reached 56 consecutive games. He had long since passed the Yankees team mark held by Babe Ruth, the American League record held by George Sisler, and the Major League record of 44 consecutive games held by Wee Willie Keeler set in the 19th century. A record crowd packed Cleveland's Municipal Stadium, fully expecting to see DiMaggio get to 57. He nearly did it in his first at-bat when he hit a hard ground ball down the third base line, only to have Indians third baseman Ken Keltner grab it with a backhand, throw across the diamond, and nip DiMaggio by a step at first base. DiMaggio walked in the fourth, and when he came up in the seventh, he again hit a hard ground ball down the third base line. Once again, Keltner grabbed it, threw to first, and nipped DiMaggio. DiMaggio got one more chance in the eighth inning and hit yet another hard ground ball. This one wound up in the glove of Indians shortstop Lou Boudreau, who turned it into an inning-ending double play. The Yankees won the game, but the story afterward was the end of DiMaggio's incredible 56-game hitting streak, during which he hit .408 with a 1.181 OPS, 15 home runs, and 55 RBIs. He also helped lead the Yankees from fourth place into first, and they would go on to win not only the American League pennant, but also the World Series. DiMaggio captured MVP honors that season, and the 56-game hitting streak was not his only impressive streak of the year. One day after Keltner's heroics ended his 56-game run, he embarked on a 17-game streak during which he hit .426, which means over 74 games from mid-May through early August, DiMaggio got a hit in 73 of them. And for the season, the longest hitless streak he had was a mere 3 games.
Thank you to Sports Illustrated for allowing us to run that video, and of course we'll be looking at other things that have concluded all week long. Finally, a few other reminders as we look to conclude the school year. Your TC teacher should have a list of who is turning in iPads. So if you're on that list, please turn in your iPad today or tomorrow. Here in the library, we still have almost 300 books that still need to be returned, so please bring those library books back. And if you can't find them, pay for them. We'll be back tomorrow with more Tiger Talk. See you then.